Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vantha Borey English Podcast.
We are so excited to bring you another episode today. Let's start, everyone.
Today, we're going to talk about something that happens every single day, your morning routine.
That's right. Everyone has a morning routine. And talking about it in English is a great way to practice speaking, using everyday phrases, and building your vocabulary.
Absolutely. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, give us a like, and share this episode with your friends who are learning English. It really helps us make more lessons for you.
Okay, Borey, let's get started. Can you tell our listeners what a morning routine is?
Sure. A morning routine is the set of things you usually do in the morning after you wake up. It can be very simple, like brushing your teeth, having breakfast, and getting dressed. Or it can be more detailed, including exercise, reading, or planning your day.
Exactly. And knowing how to talk about your routine is useful for everyday conversation. For example, when you meet someone new, they might ask, "What do you usually do in the morning?" Or, "What's your morning routine?"
Right. And today, we'll go step by step so you can learn phrases, vocabulary, and ways to answer questions about your routine confidently.
So let's start with waking up. Borey, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. I like to get an early start. How about you, Vantha?
I usually wake up around 7 a.m. Not too early, not too late. The first thing I do is stretch a little and take a deep breath. It helps me wake up gently.
Stretching is great. I also like to open the curtains to let sunlight in. It really helps me feel awake and energized.
That's a good tip. Sunlight in the morning helps your body know it's time to start the day. And I sometimes take a moment just to enjoy the quiet morning, maybe listen to soft music.
Oh, that sounds nice. I usually turn off my alarm and then take a few deep breaths before getting out of bed. It's a small thing, but it helps me feel calm and ready.
Listeners, you can try this too. Wake up slowly, stretch, open your curtains, and say out loud, "I wake up at 7 a.m. I stretch, and I open the curtains."
After waking up, I head to the bathroom. Brushing my teeth and washing my face is very important.
Same here. Brushing your teeth in the morning keeps your mouth clean and healthy, and washing your face makes you feel fresh. Some people even splash cold water on their face to wake up completely.
Listeners, repeat after us. I brush my teeth every morning. I wash my face with cold water. Washing my face helps me feel awake.
And after that, I make my bed. I know it sounds small, but it makes a big difference. My room looks neat and I feel more organized.
That's a great habit. Making your bed may seem minor, but it starts your day with a small accomplishment. You feel productive right from the start.
Exactly. And you can say, "I make my bed every morning." Making my bed helps me feel organized. It's simple but effective.
I also like to take a shower in the morning. Some people prefer showering at night, but a morning shower helps me wake up fully.
True. I feel energized after my morning shower. Some people listen to music while showering, which makes it fun.
Listeners, try saying, I take a shower every morning to feel fresh. A shower helps me start my day with energy.
Now let's talk about breakfast. I usually have yogurt, fruit, and cereal. Simple, but healthy.
I usually make coffee first, then I prepare a simple breakfast, eggs and toast. Sometimes I add fruit if I have it.
Breakfast is also a good time to check your phone, read the news, or plan your day. I often look at my calendar and messages while having breakfast.
That's a smart habit. And breakfast can also be a moment to enjoy some quiet time. Maybe listen to a short podcast or some music.
Yes, listeners, you can say, "I have breakfast at 7:30 a.m. I usually have coffee and toast." I sometimes check my calendar during breakfast.
Let's practice together. Repeat after me. I wake up at 7 a.m., I brush my teeth, and I wash my face. I make my bed and take a shower. I have breakfast and check my messages.
Perfect. And after breakfast, I usually get dressed for work. Some people choose their outfit the night before to save time.
That's a clever tip. I like to pick my clothes the night before, especially on busy mornings.
Getting dressed is also a time to decide how you want to feel during the day. Comfortable clothes for work or a more formal look.
And listeners, say this out loud. I get dressed after breakfast. I choose my clothes the night before.
After getting dressed, I sometimes exercise for 15 to 20 minutes. It helps me feel energized for the day.
Exercise is a great habit. Even a short walk, stretching, or yoga can make a big difference. I like to do a few push-ups and stretches to wake up my body.
I also enjoy listening to music or a podcast while exercising. It makes it fun.
Listeners, repeat. I exercise for 15 minutes every morning. Exercise helps me feel awake and ready for the day.
Before leaving the house, I always check my bag, make sure I have everything I need.
Same here. Keys, wallet, phone, very important. Some people even make a checklist to avoid forgetting anything.
You can say, I check my bag before leaving the house. It's a simple phrase, but very practical.
Let's do a mini conversation using today's vocabulary so listeners can practice with us. Hi, Vantha. What time do you usually wake up?
I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and make my bed.
That's great. Do you take a shower in the morning?
Yes, I do. Then I have breakfast, usually fruit and yogurt, and get dressed for work.
Excellent. Do you exercise in the morning?
Sometimes, yeah. I like to stretch for a few minutes before leaving the house.
Perfect. That's a full morning routine.
Listeners, you can use this conversation as a model. Try practicing it with a friend or even by yourself. Repeat it several times to remember the phrases.
Now, let's add some extra vocabulary for morning activities. Make coffee or tea, prepare a hot drink, read the news, check current events online or in a newspaper, check messages or emails, look at phone or computer notifications, plan the day, organize tasks for the day, exercise or stretch. Move your body to feel energized.
Fantastic. And here are some common questions you might hear in English about morning routines. What time do you usually wake up? Do you take a shower in the morning or at night? What do you usually eat for breakfast? Do you exercise in the morning? How long does your morning routine take?
And here's how you can answer these questions naturally. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. I take a shower in the morning. I usually eat eggs and toast for breakfast. I exercise for 15 minutes every morning. My morning routine takes about an hour.
Remember, it's always good to add details. Instead of just saying, yes, you can say, yes, I exercise for 15 minutes in the morning. It helps me feel awake.
Absolutely. Details make your answers more interesting and natural.
Let's do another short practice dialogue for listeners.
Good morning. What's your morning routine?
Good morning. I wake up at 7 a.m., brush my teeth, and wash my face. Then I have breakfast and get dressed for work.
Do you exercise in the morning?
Sometimes, yes. I like to stretch for a few minutes.
That's great. How long does your morning routine take?
About 1 hour.
Perfect. Listeners, pause the podcast and try saying this conversation aloud.
Now let's talk about phrases to describe frequency in your routine. I always, usually, sometimes, never.
For example, I always brush my teeth in the morning. I usually make coffee before breakfast. I sometimes exercise in the morning. I never check emails before breakfast.
Using these phrases helps you sound more natural and clear in English.
Here's a fun tip for practicing English. Keep a small notebook and write down your morning routine in English. Include new words and phrases from today's lesson.
And if you can, read it out loud to practice speaking. Repetition is key for learning English. Now, let's do a quick recap of today's episode.
Okay, today we talked about morning routines. We learned how to talk about waking up, brushing teeth, washing your face, making coffee, having breakfast, getting dressed, and exercising.
Vocabulary for daily morning activities, phrases to describe how often you do something. Always, usually, sometimes, never. Questions and answers about morning routines.
Excellent recap, Vantha. And remember, listeners, the key to learning English is practice every day. Try to use these phrases when talking to friends, family, or even yourself.
Here's a reflection question for you. What is your favorite part of your morning routine? Is it coffee, breakfast, exercise, or something else?
Think about it, and if you want, write it down or practice saying it in English.
Finally, our call to action. Share your morning routine in the comments or with a friend. Use at least 3 new phrases from today's episode.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the Vantha and Borey English Podcast. Give it with friends who want to learn English.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson and that it helps you speak English more confidently.
See you tomorrow for another fun episode. And remember, learning English is easy when you practice every day.